Back at the beginning of the century, the BMW X5 was one of the few luxury SUVs available. Since then, it has continually been a go-to choice for shoppers who want their SUV to drive more like a sports sedan than a truck. The 2015 BMW X5, fresh off a redesign just last year, stays true to that formula that honors the performance soul of the company while still providing the all-weather capability, added cargo space, and elevated driving position that's such of great appeal to crossover owners. So, let's go ahead and check out this 2015 BMW X5. Now this is the third generation of the X5 here in the States. It's also the largest one too. And as far as styling goes on the vehicle, I love the styling of it. You have these LED daytime running lights, which I will show you what they look like when they're turned on. And then you also do have the kidney grille design, classic BMW styling trait there. But it's just a very restrained, classy looking SUV, while still looking pretty athletic. It's one of the best looking luxury crossover SUVs. Now here goes the key fob for the vehicle. Very high quality looking key here. Unlock your lock to release your tailgate, and then your panic button. Now it is a glacier silver metallic exterior with smart key access on all four doors. We also do have a black Dakota leather interior. Power driver seat with power recline and power lumbar too, and memory seat settings for 2 people. Now stepping on inside of the X5 here, of course you're greeted with a very luxurious cabin design and one of the best looking BMW cabins in my opinion. Now as far as the step-in height goes, I was actually quite surprised. It is a little high for a crossover SUV. Now you do have push button ignition, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start, of course. And what you were hearing was a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo diesel engine. Now you do have a full leather wrapped steering wheel, of course. Pretty nice grip, love the steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, you have an 8-speed automatic and in typical BMW fashion, up for reverse, down for drive, and push for park. When you put the vehicle into reverse, that displays your rear view camera with guidance lines. You also do have front and rear parking sensors and trajectory too. You can also change many different settings of the rear view camera by this little dial right here. You can change settings such as the brightness, contrast, if you want the parking aid lines on or off, and then if you want the parking assistant on or off. Pretty cool. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights and the hazards too. All windows are fully automatic. And let's go ahead and pop the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior side mirrors. You also do have these pretty handsome and conservative looking 18-inch alloy wheels. High intensity discharge headlights with your LED fog lights and LED daytime running lights. Very mean and aggressive looking front end, very bold too. Love the front end of the X5. Now under the hood here, like I said, you have a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo diesel. This is the most fuel efficient powertrain you can get on the X5, producing 255 horses at 4,000 RPM. But the real number here is the amount of torque it has. 413 pound-feet of torque at 1,500 RPM. With EPA estimates, this is also a very important number here. 24 in the city as well as 31 on the highway. Now some mechanical options do include active steering, dynamic damper control, plus a rear axle air suspension, or you can get the adaptive M suspension as well. Overall, this powertrain is very fuel efficient and potent. But your base powertrain on the X5 is going to be a 3-liter 6-cylinder turbo. And then you also do have the top-of-the-line 4.4-liter V8 twin turbo, with all-wheel drive being optional on all of these powertrains. And also, all of them come mated with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, pricing of the X5 starts at $53,900 for the standard 35i model. Then you have the X-Drive with the 35i model. That starts at $56,200. And then you have X-Drive, the 50i model, which comes equipped with the 4.4-liter V8 engine. That starts at $70,100. And then this 35D we have here with the 3-liter 6-cylinder turbo diesel starts at $57,700. Now this vehicle can get quite pricey compared to some of its competitors. Now competitors of the X5, you have the Mercedes ML, Audi Q7, as well as the Acura MDX. LED tail lamps with LED turn signal indicators. You also do have dual exhaust tips and a rear window wiper with a rear window defroster and a LED third brake light as well. And like I said, you also do have rear parking sensors too, and rear reflectors. Now, total vehicle price for this particular X5 is $61,950. EPA estimates, like I said, are 24 in the city and 31 on the highway. Nice soft touch armrests. Of course, you have all of your basic power necessities, power windows, power mirrors, and these do power fold as well. And then you have your power door locks, and finally BMW doesn't locate these up on the dash. It's finally located on the door panel. And let's go ahead and rev it up and hear how she sounds. Very nice. Now, of course, build quality and materials are exquisite here in the X5. You have nice soft touch materials up here on the upper door panel, mid door panel, armrest. Up here on the dashboard, everything is the highest of quality in terms of materials. There's probably only a few places where you'll find actually hard plastics. This is the top of the line BMW SUV here. Nice soft touch materials right here, down here too. Everything feels very solid. It's just very well put together, no panel gaps or anything of that nature. It has that German solidity. But when you're paying almost 60 grand for this, you expect pretty good build quality and materials. Now down there you have your cup holders with the sliding lid. Also do like this wood grain trim, very classy looking. Down here you have your different driving modes, your traction control off button, your hill descent control, your parking sensors button, and then your electronic parking brake is also located right there. And then your main controller for your Idrive system, which I will get to more in depth on later in the video. Coming down there, you have your center console. You'll find a USB port and auxiliary input, and a 12-volt power outlet as well. Center console storage can be a little bit better. It's a little on the small side, I have to say. It is nice and soft touch and stitched. Coming up there, you have your auto dimmer rearview mirror with garage home link, LED interior illumination lighting, and then your ultra view sunroof. Definitely gives the cabin a much more open and airy feel. SOS Safety Connect as well. Now coming to the main climate controls right here, it's pretty easy to use overall. No touch sensitive buttons here, thank God. BMW doesn't really do that. But you do have dual zone automatic climate control, your temperatures, fan speeds, and then your defroster, and then your different zones as well. Pretty easy to figure out. You also do have your heated seats too. Down there is where you will find your optical disc drive, and then your presets, and then your AM and FM. Now coming to the main interface here, you have the Idrive system, and we've came across this system numerous times. But I do love the Idrive system, especially nowadays than how it used to be. But basically, it's all controlled by this main controller right here and these set of buttons that surround it. Coming to the main menu here, you have your multimedia, your radio, telephone, navigation, your contacts. Of course, you do have Bluetooth hands-free calling. Coming to your multimedia, you could change your different media sources, CD, DVD, and then if you have any music collection on there. And then any of your external devices like your USB, your Bluetooth streaming audio, and then your auxiliary input. And then coming to radio, AM, FM, satellite radio, pretty standard stuff nowadays. HD radio too. I love the big artwork it gives you for the radio station. Very clear and easy to read. Very high level quality there. Love the rendering and the graphics of the Idrive system. It's so clear and crisp. Then coming to your telephone, you can have your phone book on there, active calls, and then redial, received calls, if you want to dial by number, and then all of your Bluetooth devices hooked up. And then to go back, they actually do have a little back button right here. Coming to your navigation, this is probably the best part I do like about the Idrive system. And I love the map quality. It's so crisp and clear, so colorful too, love it. And then to zoom in and out, just do it by the dial right here. Just love the rendering of this system. You also do have 3D rendering of buildings too. And then live traffic, live weather, all of that good stuff. Then you can have your points of interest, traffic info, interactive map, and then you could change the different map views. And if you have any stored trips on there, you can go to your last trip. Then you have my trips too. And then entering in the address is pretty easy. You can manually do it by the dial right here, or you can enter it in by voice. You could go to your last destinations, points of interest, and you have an address book too. Then you have your GPS coordinates. Coming to your contacts, you could store some contacts on here, read any messages. Then you have your connected drive, BMW assistance, BMW online, roadside assistance, customer relations, service requests. Then you can access various apps. But of course you have to connect your device via the USB. Now coming to vehicle info, it's going to show you lots of vehicle information here. You have your efficient dynamics. And it gives you your consumption history, gives you a little graph here and which driver mode you're in. It gives you your efficient dynamics info. Then you have a quick reference. Or you could search by pictures. So let's just go under the hood right here. Pretty cool. Love the graphics of it. Then you have your owner's manual. And then you also do have a little touchpad as well. Then onboard info gives you your consumption, average speed, fuel range too. And then you have your trip computer. Vehicle status, tire pressure monitoring system, engine oil level. Then you can measure your engine oil level. And it gives you your sport displays, power and your torque, and your all-wheel drive status, but they call it X-Drive, of course. Pretty cool. Lots of vehicle information here on the X5. Now coming to the steering wheel design, love the steering wheel rim in the X5. Coming over here, you have your cruise control buttons, voice recognition, steering wheel mounted audio controls, and your Bluetooth phone controls. You also do have a power adjustable steering wheel, tilting and telescoping. Coming to the gauges here, very BMW simplistic. You have your RPM gauge there, and then your efficient dynamics. And then if you change into your different driving modes, it'll show up here too. Then you have your speedometer right there. Pretty simple. You also do have rain sensing intermittent windshield wipers as well. Now coming down here, this is how you select your different driver selectable modes. You have your comfort and then your sport mode, and also display up right there as well. And then you also do have an Eco Pro mode too. Now coming to your comfort mode, basically shows that you're in comfort. And then you have your sport, and then it shows you the screen that I showed you guys earlier about the power and the torque. And then your Eco, it's going to show you your consumption history, all that good stuff. It's going to bring you back to that screen of efficient dynamics. Now as far as the seats go in the X5, they're very supportive, very comfortable, and they don't have a whole lot of side bolstering, and I kind of like that. Thigh support is excellent, and these seats are also nice and soft and plush and not firm either. Now as far as visibility goes, visibility is excellent. Lots of glass area all around in the front, and then the A-pillar is decently thin. Outward visibility is okay too. Seeing out of the rear can be a little bit of a challenge, but I definitely have seen a lot worse. Now the X5 is definitely one of the best handling luxury crossovers around. Whether driving on back roads or on an endless expanse of interstate, the X5 is certainly a champ here. Feeling secure and stable, yet also pretty relatively fun to drive. Road and wind noise are pleasantly muted, but buyers looking for a Lexus-like comfy couch ride may find this Beamer a little bit too firm, especially with the optional 20-inch wheels. Engine performance is strong throughout the lineup, even with the base 6-cylinder. The turbocharged V8 is a beast, however, and acceleration isn't that far off from the previous generation X5M model. But my favorite is the 35D Diesel's 6-cylinder engine we have here. It has pretty good torque output and gives you quick acceleration around town, yet it's still strong enough for easy passing on the highway, and the high fuel economy is just a fantastic bonus. Now you do have the automatic start-stop system, so when you come to a complete stop, the engine will shut off to conserve fuel. Pretty useful feature there, but you can turn it off if you would like. Now I also do love how the X5 has a lot of space on the interior. It's very wide, very comfortable too, and it doesn't feel claustrophobic, or it's not a tight feeling cockpit here. Very big, open, airy cabin. Love that about the X5. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Now of course build quality and materials do follow through in the rear. You have a cup holder back there and a little storage cubby. I also do love how you have this footwell lighting. Now sitting back here, it's extremely comfortable in the X5. You also do have rear air vents and dual zone climate control back here too, as well as dual map pockets. Cup holders with a rear center armrest. There's lots of legroom, lots of headroom as well. I have the driving position to where my driving position would be at. I'm about 5'11", and I have lots of room to spare. It's very comfortable. It's also a pretty wide feeling back here too, just like the front. And thigh support is excellent too back here. Overall, very comfortable experience. And it does help that you do have that ultra view sunroof. Alright. Now you do have a power tailgate, but just this upper portion right here. And one feature I really do love is that if you want to have a little tailgate party, there you go. I wish more SUVs did this. Pretty useful feature there. Decent amount of cargo space. The rear seats do fold down to maximize the cargo capacity. Little storage cubby right here too. Full power passenger seat with power recline and power lumbar. Glove box compartment, nice and damp, lined with felt, nice and soft touch too. Alrighty. So thanks to being very well rounded, the 2015 BMW X5 is certainly a top choice for a luxury crossover SUV, especially if performance is a priority. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.